Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again. I want us to have a very quick conversation. This continuous story of a story we did a few days ago about the recent unrest in the UK, the United Kingdom. So the conversation goes on. The people in the United Kingdom, the citizens of the United Kingdom, supposed citizens of the United Kingdom, indigenous of the United Kingdom, wants immigrants out of their country or their space. I want to state this emphatically. I just want to bring your mind on something very critical. Maybe you've not thought about that, but as you follow this channel, you begin to learn more about those things. And you see, maybe you've not taken time to think about it, but there is certain mysticism around treasures. I want to take this from one place to the other. So if you can kindly follow me, and then there is mysticism around treasures a lot. I know people in the Western world don't really believe in these things, but we in this part of the world, which is Africa, believe in some of these things, and they're real. We've seen some of them. You see, even in the scriptures, it's stated that where your treasure is where your heart is. You understand? Now you're asking immigrants to go back to their countries and stuff like that. You see, this thing goes back to the slavery days. And to the people in the United Kingdom, our treasure is with you. Our treasure is in your land. Our human resource, our treasures, our gold, diamonds, mineral resources. We have our treasures in your land. And you might call this karma or whatever. I don't really want to go into religion. But all I want to state is there is mysticism around treasures. It's not as if Africa is so bad that we Africans don't, or the only option we have is to travel outside. Fine, there are greener pastures in the foreign lands and stuff like that. We are aware, and mind you, we are not doing this thing by. I'm giving you deep insight about all these migrations and stuff like that. Africans are not migrating by will or anything. It's because we have our treasures with you. Treasure being human resource, treasure being gold, treasure being diamond, minerals, all of them. And what is home, or where is home? Home is where your treasure is. Home is where your heart is. Home is where you value. Home is what you build. You understand? Our forefathers, which is Africa, our forefathers built the Western lands. Our forefathers built the United Kingdom, the United States, and whatever. Our forefathers built them with their bloods. You understand? The Western world, the people in the Western world, the foreigners invaded our land years ago, 400-500 years ago, made away with our gold, diamonds, and human resource, precisely human resource, able men and women who could have worked to build this continent or to build Africa as a whole. You guys took them, and then we had zero human resource. You also took our natural resources. You understand? And in Africa, you guys might not believe this to some extent, but if you are watching this and you are in US, Europe, wherever, you should know that in Africa, the treasures in the ground, the mineral resources, there's mysticism around it. It belongs to us. So wherever you take it, we will follow. Our spirits will follow. That's why you are seeing massive migration like that. It's not as if it's mystical. That's the word I want to use. It's very mystical. You understand? So it's not as if something happened which no one is condoning. No one condones stabbing and violence and stuff like that, which the UK police. Anyway, I made a video about what's happening in the UK and how it started earlier. So if you've not seen that video, I'll put the link in my description so you can go watch that video as well. You understand? So back to the story. It's not as if Africans are just migrating, but our treasure is in your land. You've built your land with our human resource and natural resources. And because there's mysticism surrounding treasures here in Africa, automatically our hearts are following are following back to where our treasure is. Our heart is tracing where our treasures are. You understand? Think about it. Just take a minute to think about this. And you realize that there's a lot of insight in what I'm saying. You understand? So if you are an indigenous of the UK, US, and something happens and you're telling the indigenous over there, the migrants, or whether you call them illegal migrants or legal migrants over there, to go to their countries, or just know that there's mysticism surrounding all this. And this is how it's going to be. You guys can return all the human resource and all the natural resources your forefathers took from us as Africans. So therefore, the spirit of African hearts will continue chasing where their treasure went to. You get what I'm saying? If you can do further research about this to find out what I'm saying. You understand? So to our people in the UK, to our friends, our sisters and brothers in the UK, unfortunate incidents happen, and the police is doing their job. Wonderful. They've come out with investigations. They are prosecuting and all that, saying that the person is even from the UK, was born in the UK. And where is home? You're asking them to go back home. Where is home? Is where you are born. Home is where you build. These people were born in the UK. These people have built their lives in the United Kingdom, and you're not asking them to go home, and you're causing riots everywhere. It's uncalled for. You understand? So I just came to give you a simple message. Think about this. Where your heart is where your treasure is where your heart is. And where your treasure is home. Home is where you build. And our forefathers have built the Western world. Therefore, our hearts are chasing back to where our treasures are. You understand? You're flowing with me. So what I'm saying is that it's about time we grow up, we get civilized enough to go past these things. The world has developed. I mean, in this 21st century, who does that? If any issue pops up, you just ask a fellow immigrants to go home, go back to their country, be hooted at them, making racial statements and all that. That's so reckless. I think we should go past that as human beings. We are all one people. One blood flows through all of us. If you cut me, you see red blood. If I cut you, I'll see red blood. You understand? It's about time we embrace humanity. We get to love each other. Let love lead each other and stop these things. We stop these things as human beings. Earlier in my video I made a few days ago, I referenced that if this same thing should happen in Africa, how do you think Africans would take it? It's rather unfortunate we in this part of the world gets to suffer these things. But I think going forward, people in the UK, indigenous of the United Kingdom and other parts of the Western world should really look at these things. You understand? Should really look at these things. And back to what I said earlier, you can sit down critically and think about it. I know as you follow this channel, we will be discussing some of these things so you get a clearer idea about how some of these things work. Okay, so if you like some of these channels, don't mind me today. I'm a little emotional and all that. So if you like this channel, just subscribe, turn on notifications, and share. And also hit the comment box and then share your opinion. Okay, so till next time, we'll talk again. Let peace reign. We're out.